Hi.
Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Mark.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Code Geass, episode 9, I believe. So yeah, last time we had the unveiling of the Black Knights, and he's got a new crew. Mm-hmm. So anything you guys want to bring up from last episode, or anything that you remembered from last episode?
How did they get out of the hotel?
Yeah,
You
that
want to
was
see
really
the plan
fast.
go down?
That happened real quick.
Well, you have to remember that Lush is a magician.
Yes,
True.
and he's making buddy with his new little band of justice warriors, knights of justice.
Yes.
Yeah, he's trying to befriend all of them.
Yeah.
And also, we did get to see the development of Suzaku managing to succeed in the suicide mission, so that should reflect well on him.
Yeah.
And
Especially to Cornelia.
Especially to Cornelia, who values efficiency above all else. Because I believe she has a half Japanese person in her retinue, doesn't she? Like one of her bodyguards.
I think we talked about this better.
Yeah.
He's not a pureblood.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the very least, not a pureblood. I don't know if he's half Japanese, though. But yeah, so guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like time here, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And check out the Patreon in the description if you guys want to see next episode a whole week early. We'll see you in discussion. And also, yes, the new name will be React City. Got a new name, new banner, and everything. It was made by Rose here. And so going forward, we will be saying that from now on. So thank you guys very much for being here. I will be seeing you. That's it.
Why didn't you put it on properly?
お嬢様、すみません、起こしてしまって。最近よく学校に行かれますね。お友達とか。あなたには関係ないでしょ。
What's up with her?
What a jerk.
And she's still smiling.
That's creepy. Why is she still smiling?
Just go away, please.
She doesn't want to come out of the room yet.
She put a sticker over
That woman's face.
her mom's face.
Oh, they're here to stop it. No. Oh, no.
But it involves the justice warriors. Sup?
Sleeping. Guess you're thinking of her.
Yeah.
Oh, because she's working at night.
Look at him over there.
Oh no. Oh no. He didn't.
Hello, me.
いつまでもこのエリア11に足止めされているわけにはいかん。軍の間に蔓延している薬物。リフレインの問題も深刻だ。
Oh, drug refrain.
生産性が落ちている。
お姉様、クルーの騎士団のことは。
もう少し泳がせてやるさ。お前を救ってもらった借りもある。だが、戻ってきた。
It's over for them.
このエリアは私がきれいにしてお前に渡す。だな、ユフィ。
Oh, she called her Yuffie. Oh, let's see what happened.
あの時、ゼロが話した意味
Oh, he stopped right
ま
there.
だ続きがあるということです。
Oh.
Why didn't they show us that then?
ルルージュ、会長命令だから顔が笑ってるだろ。
They have to dress up. Welcome party for the cats.
モラトリアムできるうちは楽しんでこいよ。彼の分用意しといたから。ほら、この前変なこと言っちゃったお詫び。どれにする？
To make up for the weird things I said, go dress up like weird. What the heck?
役所の味方だった。民間人を巻き込むテロ。さらに汚職政治家。
Oh, even the kids.
犯罪組織など法では裁けない悪を一方的に断罪していった。
Oh,
Yikes.
私たちはあっという間に英雄になった。
最近さ、付き合い悪くない？そうかな。そうだよ。
Oh.
He's like, I want to hang out with my
And then Nina, what
friend.
is Nina up to?
大丈夫？
That was weird, but okay.
darn it.
どうしましょう？どうしましょう？
何やってるの？あなたは。
Oh, so it's her mother.
お遅くすみません。
本当に使えないわね。女を売るしか能がなくて。
バカにされてもヘラヘラ笑ってることしかできなくて。わざわざこの家に住まなくたっていいのに。 要するにすがってるんですよ、昔の男に。嫌いなんだ、お母さん。鬱陶しいだけです。まあ、ヘビーな話。
She could be trying to stay close to her.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, look at her room.
Oh.
Never cleaned it? Drugs.
Oh. And they just mentioned the drug trade.
Yeah. Still.
黒の騎士団様様だ。犯罪者を取り締まりたいなら警察に入ればいい。
You're an idiot.
彼らはどうしてそうしないんだろう。警察じゃできないと思ってんだよ。警察なんて今はダメでも警察の中に入って変えていけばいいじゃないか。変える過程で結局はいろいろなしがらみを抱える。
Usually what happens.
Yeah.
それはギリギリまで変える努力をしてから初めて言えることだよ。それをしない限り彼らの言い分は独占に過ぎない。僕は軍に戻らなくちゃならないから。じゃあね、シャリ。
じゃあね。
Declare your love.
Do it now.
時間があればでいいんだけど、私と。
あいつ軍に戻らなくちゃって言ったよ
No.
Everybody's like,
相手は5人だ。勝てるわけないだろ。あいつは自分でブリタニアの奴隷を選んだんだ。疎開で働くってのはそういうことだろう。
だからって。
あんたらももう飽きてるだろ。イレブンイシムなんて。
I wonder if anyone else can see the red.
学生さん、いらっしゃいませ。カリフォルニアドッグはいかがですか。
Just full reset.
恋人さんですか。よかったらお二人でどうぞ。アイスクリームもありますよ。
Wow.
He's just so used to it.
よくイタリア人に頭を下げた方がいい暮らしができる。
Ooh.
かっ
Ouch.
こいいと思ってるの。そんな評論家ぶって世間を斜めに見てるのが。多少はマシな男だと思ったの。
Well, it's good for him to keep the world separated.
yeah. Oh, it's all gone.
Already.
クルルギスが強奪事件。
Oh no, here comes the
We're
side
just
gang.
talking about this?
信じてもらおうとは思わん。いつ経験しているのです。何？意識が戻った時にはサザーランドを奪われていました。それに記憶を失う直前、私は学生服の少年と会っているのです。では、その学生は顔は思い出せません。しかし、調べてみる価値はあるかと。
Oh no.
ゼロからのアイスだ。よく入るな。毎回どんな手品使ってやがんだよ。
So they know there's something, don't know what it is. Oh my gosh.
Don't die.
Oh, they're dead.
Oh, yeah. One of them was wearing a headband. I wonder if that's significant. Well, I guess it wasn't their headband.
Oh. Uh-oh, it's dark. Uh-oh. 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 They're all on drugs right now. Oh my god.
Oh, it makes you see like what you want to see.
I guess.
Even the mother. Oh wait, that's her mother.
Yeah.
ブリタニアにすがって男にすがって今度は靴にお兄ちゃんはもういないんだよ。これ以上
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Whoa.
Whoa, what the heck is that?
No, night police.
Night police.
Night police. It was a thingy.
A crooked cop.
Oh no.
You want to put the woman down?
I think she's trying to. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're in the way?
ずっとそばにいるからカレンそばにいるからね。
That's why she's there.
だからあのうちに居続けたっていうの。そんなことのためにバカじゃないの。
Oh dear. Using the foot.
The phone foot.
私で
This is true.
Oh, I keep forgetting that it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
Yikes.
Oh.
That's a strong warehouse.
It is a very strong warehouse.
What the-
嘘の涙は人を傷つ
Why are you everywhere?
嘘の笑顔は自分をご一緒です会話は
Oh wow, now she can't talk.
回復するとしても
Oh, okay.
判決出たよ
20 years.
20年だって
Yikes. Aww.
頑張れ彼私の娘
So sadness.
私頑張るから
Now for the waltz.
I forgot what this word was.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, that was sad ending, huh?
Hopeful, but sad, yeah.
So Callan's mother has been living with the father still, who. So she had 2 children with him then,
Yeah,
With older brother.
Nato.
but this woman is pretending to be her mother. So it's a weird, like, if anybody rats, we're all in trouble, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. So we haven't seen him. He's probably off abroad doing whatever pretending
I think
nobles do.
he's dead because they mentioned him like he was dead.
Oh, did they? I thought they
Really?
were just
Yeah,
saying
in the
his
beginning,
absence.
she mentioned him like he was dead.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember.
I didn't catch that, but I also don't remember what happened to him. So
Yeah.
It might be a twisty aroundy because they kind of mentioned it in the type of passing where they're like, oh, we could have misunderstood that, but it was a lot.
well, if we never see him again, let's assume he's dead.
Yes, we can assume he's dead. Yeah.
So she's just there, and or Callum just really wants her to go away because her being around kind of just reminds her of how sad the situation is.
Yeah.
And her brother is gone, probably killed in the line of duty, fighting the rebellion. I mean, fighting with the rebellion, rather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, that's right. Right. So they both ended up joining the. They probably both resented her as well, not
Right.
realizing that she was there. Just she wanted to stay with her, and be there for her.
Yeah, I just remembered what made me think he was dead. It's because the guy who's currently leading the small rebellion group looked at the picture of all of them, him, the brother, and the sister, and he said, "I can't be as good a leader as you."
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it seem like.
Oh, you're
he's
talking
dead.
about the brother is dead. I thought you were talking about the father is dead.
No, the father said he was out abroad.
Oh. Yeah, because right after he said the father was abroad, you said, I think he's dead. So I was like, I thought you were
I
talking
thought
talking
you
about the
said I
brother?
was talking about the brother. I thought okay.
I was talking about the father.
Something
that whole time.
happened. I don't
Okay.
know what it was, but
Don't worry.
something.
So
I'll
the
do
brother,
that.
yeah, the
Does.
brother makes sense that it seems like he's dead, but the father, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you think about that situation with the mom where she's there but not there?
It's a really sad situation because on the one hand, she wants to be there with her for her daughter, and he's constantly nice to her, but she sucks at her job,
Yeah.
and
Ram
her daughter's very rude to her because she's hurt by the fact that she's there suffering, and Callan just doesn't understand, which makes sense because she's little, she's probably seeing her mother, being
Get
mistreated here. It's like, why don't you just leave? And she just sees her as she must be dumb.
And she saw that role model of her older brother join the rebellion. That's
Yeah,
that's what you do when you get abused. You start fighting back.
Yeah.
But she didn't do anything like that. She's sucking up, which is what struck a nerve when what's his name? Lelouch was like, if you want to live a good life, you just bow to the Britannians.
Yeah, that's why she got so mad and slapped him.
Yeah.
And also, the mother tends to the house, but she seems like she never even tried to paint over her walls or clean up the
No.
walls with those messages, the tiny little place she sleeps.
Yeah, it's literally a cell. Her room is
Yeah.
a cell.
Yeah, so her whole world is her daughter.
Yeah.
Like her whole part of her life is like horrendous. Like when everyone's taking those drugs and they see like the best version of what they want to
What they
happen,
want.
she's just with her kids.
Yeah.
But yeah. So also right after that we had the conversation between Suzaku and Lelouch, where they were. Oh, you want to say something about that?
Well, it's more to the mother situation. How did the mother get caught, but the rest of the knights didn't?
Knights? Oh no, none of the knights got caught. All the people who were taking the drugs got caught.
How though? They didn't help him. They didn't.
That's a good question. Like they just left them, I guess.
Like gather them all together.
I guess they're. What can they
drag them?
What can they do though? They don't know where they live. They're under the influence right now.
Get them out. I don't know.
Yeah, but that would be unsafe. They're safer in a confined space until they come to.
I mean, I get that, but I also am curious as to why at the very least
Callan's mom wasn't
grab
saved.
her mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have a nightmare that's still functional. Grab your mom, just put her somewhere else.
Yeah, that's true. Unless, yeah.
Because this area was being used by a drug den that wasn't. Nobody knew where they were, so unless someone called in the gunfire shots, like they would have had to have called in the cops or something. You know, because the corrupt cop is there already, right? Well, dead now.
I almost thought it was like an ambush. But it
Like
would have it would have only been an ambush if there were more, like if there were a bunch more, like a raid. But it was just that one guy, so he was like their backup in case something went sour.
Yeah, in real life there are a lot of situations where drug dens they find the local beat cop and they try to friend him up and just come by every once in a while and they act as protection.
Yeah.
If anyone else with deals or anything coming through, you arrest them, but you work with us.
Yeah.
So also, so that Suzaku conversation where they were arguing, he was saying that the Black Knights are just self-righteous vigilantes who are trying to act like they're doing a good thing, but they're outside of the law, and therefore they're bad.
So, they interestingly after that we see the raid against the druggies, and the Knights are complaining, "Why are we helping the cops?" Yeah. So I wonder if this started, like he started helping the cops after that conversation with Suzaku, or was that what they were doing the whole time?
Go ahead.
I was going to say it could be that it was just a byproduct before, and then he started targeting stuff like that, but I don't know if that necessarily was the goal. Because
it would make, I mean, it would seem good in that maybe Suzaku got to him and was like, you're kind of right, maybe we should be more on the justice side, even if it's helping Britannians.
But Suzaku's point wasn't that he was helping justice. It was the fact that he wasn't
with the cops. At all. With the law. Yeah.
So it wouldn't necessarily placate him.
True.
You're going to say something.
I'm more annoyed with Suzaku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, why don't you just join the cops? Like, that's going to be easy.
The thing is, he's talking about, like, since they haven't tried to do things from inside the law, then... and they just assume that it can't be done, then they're being self-righteous and whatnot. But the thing is, he's doing the same thing. He's never done anything outside the law, so he can't say that nothing is being done.
And play devil's advocate, in Suzaku's defense, he's saying that, well, he's giving it his fair shot with the Lancelot program, right? So in his eyes, that's doing the things the right way. Even though he's being mistreated, he feels like if I can climb high enough and show everybody who I am. So to him, seeing other people do it outside the law is like cheating. Because he's suffering the hard way. He feels like this has to be worth something. He has to believe in this. You know? But I do agree that he seems to take on a naive point of view of the world. I don't want to say it's almost like he's given up on defeating Britannia. It's more that he's almost a pacifist. He doesn't want violence. He doesn't want anyone else to get hurt. And as far as he sees it, so many people have died already. It's sunk cost fallacy. Like, sure, we've lost all this, but we're going to invest more, lose more people to win it back. No, cut our losses. Is what's done is done. Let's just make the world a better place from what it is, because he's seen too much destruction and pain. But yeah, it's annoying.
To me, he came off self-righteous to me.
Yeah, because
holier than thou.
Yeah, he's saying... He's basically assuming that he is the only...
His way is the only right way to do it.
He's the only 11 or Japanese person who is trying to change it from the inside. And since he's the only one doing it, that's why it's taking so long. That's why that's why moving is so slow. Because there's nobody else but him doing it. It's never been tried before. He's the first.
That's actually a good point with the moving thing. It showed him the only one doing the boxing up and stuff. So it's an interesting parallel. That's what you're saying?
What?
Because they were moving stuff like Arthur, the little cat stuff in the box. And we've only ever seen him being the one doing that, putting things together and moving it. And he gets bitten by the little cat. It's almost like an analogy for him joining the military. It's like
he's the only one actually
he's the one doing the things the right way. Almost. I just never saw it like that before. I thought that's what you were saying.
Kind of. But it's more that, like, he discounts the fact that anyone else has ever tried to change it from the inside and failed. Because it hasn't changed, well, I guess then nobody else has tried.
There are some people who just, no matter what, will trust the system.
Yeah.
And I think he may fall into that category.
Yeah. And also, he has been grown in that system since a child.
Yeah, he's the prime minister's son.
Yeah, so it's hard for him to... And it's hard for him to see more of the evil. Like, even he got so angry when... what were they? Some of the former terrorists were beating up people who were like getting upset at 11 stuff, and they started beating them up. It was was gonna beat them up, and he was so angry about that. And it's like, oh gosh, come back thoughts. His anger is in a way that as if he's never seen the atrocities that Britannia has caused on the 11s. As this, he looks naive in that this bothers you. Can you imagine what happens to the people who have no weapons and aren't even doing anything evil, and what happens to them? It's like we know even in the fight with Lancelot, he didn't see what was going on in the ghettos. He was blind to it. He was knocked out for the first fight, the first onslaught when we came into the show. And then the second one, he was on his way in Lancelot when he stopped the fight.
Yeah, he has missed a lot of the more brutal aspects of Britannia.
Right. So I think if he were to see the bad side of things...
Maybe he'd change a bit.
I don't know if he'd change. He might be more angry and maybe feel, now I really got to do something. But he might also be more understanding of the anger of those on the outside who have seen it. I don't know. Yeah.
It's a funny, almost ironic, where he just wants everyone to understand each other, but he has the hardest time understanding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something that happened soon after that is something like that was, Shirley was trying to confess to Lelouch when she came in, right?
Yeah.
But even though it may upset her that she didn't get to say what she wanted, I think it did also show that Lelouch trusts her to some degree, because he said, I got to go back to base, like that's where he belongs. So I think that's a kind of a vulnerability he shows to her, which kind of implies that he kind of trusts her on some level.
Yeah. We also saw a conversation, I don't remember when this occurred in the episode, between Cornelia and Yuffie. Cornelia is leaving.
Yeah, she wants to leave, rather.
She wants to. I know she was talking to her like she was about to like step on the train and go.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was saying like somehow like everything wasn't moving on pace like she wanted, so she wanted more happening to get it more into subjugation and put Yuffie in charge of the place.
Yeah, so what she was talking about there is, she's first of all a military commander.
Right.
She fights wars. The Middle East, they just secured that one place before they came to Japan, but apparently there's another war going on around North Africa, because they said the El Alamein front, which is around Egypt. So she wants to get back to that, but she can't go back to that while this chaos of the cloves just got killed.
Right.
So she's trying to subjugate the area, clean it up, kill all the terrorists, and then leave with her army and go back to fighting the war, but leave Yuffie, who's someone more gentle, in charge.
Right.
So it seems she's well aware of what she's here for.
Yeah. And we saw a flashback to what happened, the rest that happened between her and Zero.
We saw it here.
And then he just got down. That's all we needed to see.
That's it.
I'm like, really? Anyways, but it just shows, I was hoping like he said something significant to her that maybe would give hint who he is, or something to change her mind. It did change her mind, the fact that he didn't kill her. So that was enough to make her feel more gentle towards them. And she already feels inside her heart that maybe she's, I don't know, almost betraying them by having any sort of sympathy for them.
Yeah, it's very important for Zero to do that, because Zero wants to destroy the Britannian Empire, but you can't kill everybody.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's able to pick and choose, like, maybe not everybody deserves annihilation.
Yeah. And also Yuffie, like he said, he wants to kill those who have power and abuse it. Yeah, and are killing. Yuffie's the most gentle of the princesses.
Yeah, that would have been lost if he killed her.
If he killed her, it would have been bad. So, it's a very smart move, and as the perfect chess player he is, to keep her alive and just to give her some sort of feelings for him. Just to feel like he is a human being that cares about what he cares about.
Yeah.
Just a question to both of you. Do you feel like, we already talked about how Suzaku feels about other people. Do you think the reverse is a little true about Lelouch too, in that he doesn't see other people's point of view? because we saw that hot dog scene, and I think they put that there for a reason. It wasn't just for Callan. Do you think that was all just an act, or a part of it was he does look down on people who are slaves to the Britannian Empire?
Yeah, he's kind of shown that in, well, he looks down pretty much on everybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
He looks down on a lot of people.
he literally calls the terrorists that he's trying to befriend pawns.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's a stepping stone to what he wants, even though what he wants is a better life for these people. He still looks down on them.
Well, that's the thing. Is it a better life he wants for these people, or does he just want bloody vengeance?
That's what I think. That's what I brought up many times. He still has to develop more empathy to the people that he's trying to rescue. I feel like they're more of a byproduct of what he wants.
Yeah.
And until he comes to terms with the fact that these are people with feelings and desires and also a need for freedom, and care for them, like I feel like he's put on an act in the beginning trying to care for the Black Knights. He's doing it for his end. But what I think a start of this change is when he saw Callan's mom, and he was like, "That's her mother."
Yeah,
I think that will kind of warm his frigid heart.
Yeah, because even he hasn't grown up around 11s. He grew up around Britannians, going to a Britannian school and all that stuff.
Even this campaign of terror against evil is kind of just a propaganda campaign he's doing. He's not doing it for anybody's will.
Not for people at all.
But also something else that I just wanted to mention. Yeah, so that warehouse brace that killed that corrupt cop, right?
Brace?
The stacks. I don't know what they call it. The stack.
Well, the thing that he went
where you
under.
Put stuff on top of.
Oh yeah, that's strong.
It smashed straight through a nightmare's frame and killed that guy. So there's plenty of videos online. Warehouses do not make those things very strong.
No,
I was gonna say they're not even. That would have to be like
the shells.
What is not gruel? Like those big giant ones.
Not even
like,
screwed to a part of the floor. It's just part of the
welded,
building. It's
welded
just part of the building.
Yeah, because those things are built to sustain
part of the foundations of the earth.
Yeah. They're sustained downward force.
Yeah.
If you push them, they will fall over.
Yeah.
With something heavy, of course.
Unless it was like against the wall or something. But even then, it would crush before the night frame would crush.
I just found it hilarious. And
they make storage facilities better than they make military equipment.
They're very serious about these drugs, all right? Top shelf, literally. The best shelves.
The best.
Yeah. And something I wanted to mention that somebody said in the comments, I think last week, maybe the week before, is so apparently the entire system of Britannia, despite the heavy racism and stuff, it is meritocratic. Where is that if you do a good job, you can get promoted. If you're a honorary Britannian, you can achieve high ranks. Now, someone also said something that I'm not entirely sure is true, but they said the entire system is set up so that, in theory, anybody could actually become the king of Britannia. It's supposed to be based out of your backing, of how you get other people to back you and alliances and stuff like that. That's the reason why when Lelouch's mom died, they said he can't possibly get a throne. So even though
she was a commoner, she was still could be a backer.
Yeah, she was a very important person apparently. But she had the backing politically of a lot of people, and when she died, Lelouch lost all that.
Because he was still too young. Nobody cared about him like the mother.
Yeah. So Lelouch was a very strong candidate to actually become the next one.
Interesting.
But when she died, he lost the backing. And apparently, I also just saw in the news, just so happened to coincide, is Princess Mako, I believe, of Japan, just got married.
Quite some time ago.
But I just saw it in the news. Well, apparently, if a princess gets married to a commoner, she loses royal status. She's no longer a royalty. So it only stays in the male line. So I just thought maybe something like that influenced the writing of this.
Interesting.
Maybe that's why the line between commoner and nobility is not as important as maybe in the West we see it. Or maybe I have that reversed. I don't know. But yeah, and also drug sentencing.
Yeah. That's the last thing I have. She got 20 years. Yeah.
Harsh.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
The funny thing is that that's actually not that unrealistic. In real life, if you get caught doing drugs, like assaults will get you less than having drugs on you sometimes.
Wow.
Which, it's sad. Instead of trying to help somebody who has an issue, you put them somewhere that's probably going to make it worse.
And the other kind of sad but happy, Callan has come around in terms of her mother, and now she wants to have a better relationship with her.
Now she's going to jail.
She's going to jail. Yeah, so it's like little too late.
Yeah.
20 years, her mother's how old? Like, how old is she gonna be when she gets out of there? So, I mean, it's like a big chunk of their time they could have been together is, well, already dead because of the raising and how she probably, like, avoided her. And now she's separated from her.
On the
probably
bright
visit
side,
her a little bit.
she's probably not going to be addicted to drugs anymore.
Yeah.
But hear me out. Jailbreak. Just join the rebellion.
Join the
We're
rebellion.
in too deep.
Yeah.
But I think that's everything. Guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like your time here. Please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. And check out the Patreon description if you guys want to see a whole week ahead. I will see you guys next time. React Facts. Goodbye.
Bye!
Oh, bye.
Special thank you to Elia, Kay, Victor, Brian Emeka, and CC Flips.